Cultural differences between American and Indonesian. First, Indonesian people eat the same food every day for lunch and dinner. That is rice. Rice is the main food for Indonesian folk. Even so, they eat it with other foods like meat and vegetables. On the other hand, American people eat variety of foods each day. In particular, they eat pizza, sandwich, pasta, or noodles, and sometimes meat for dining. And the second is the difference of driving cars. People in US more respect to the pedestrians than in Indonesia in this situation. In Indonesia, a driver doesn't care about pedestrians. If they don't cross the street on the appropriate place, like a traffic light, they keep driving fast. Although they see pedestrians want to cross the street, in the contrast, in the US driver always respects the pedestrians, although they cross the street without traffic lights. The third difference is what Indonesian and American do when they are sneezing. In Indonesia, if they are sneezing, people will say maaf when they sneezing. It means sorry in English. It shows a revenge of the people. But in America, people usually do not say anything. The fourth difference is in the United States is very unique in the world because the accreditation or the system for setting national standards of quality in education is not administered by government, but by communities of educators and private agencies like the Middle States Association of College and Secondary Schools, and the Society of Engineers. Meanwhile, Indonesia is administered by the government. And the fifth difference is, in Indonesian's viewpoint, fashion represents how the characteristics of somebody is. It is a symbol of him or her personality, age, or social standing. Before choosing your clothes, you must think over your event, the situation of your role. You will get complained if you wear an inappropriate. Wearing sexy clothes is considered rather taboo and impolite because Indonesia has strong ethnic and influence of Islamic values. Unlike in people in the USA can choose what clothes they want to wear freely. An old woman can wear a violet clothes with many bright accessories. A boy may change his hair in a unique style. A girl may draw a tattoo in her skin. Nobody will complain what your fashion is. And the sixth differences is about religion. Having a religion is so essential for people in Indonesia. Indonesian children get religion education in school as a subject and in their home from their parents. It's polite to talk about religion, even you can ask to someone, what's your religion? It's also common to invite to go to a church or mosque. The culture is so different when we live in the USA. Religion is a private thing in this country that well known as Uncle Sam. You can't ask directly, what's your religion? Why do you wear a veil? The Christians are really impolite like asking you. When you fill out an official document, there is no question about you, even in the population survey. And the seventh differences is in marriage aspect. Americans is included as the people who are having high rated rank of age in marriage. There are some various reasons why Americans choose to marry later. First, marriage is highly considered step of life because they consider marriage as one big step of their life. Marriage is one of the high considerable of choice, and then they also think marriage should be done only once for the rest of their life. In Indonesia, commonly people will have marriage after their finish. It happens because there are considerable age for marriage, such as 30 is the maximum for men and 25 for women. And the age differences is Americans really appreciate the time. They always use the time appropriate rather than they do not like to waste much less time for things that are not important. They never buy playtime to do job, and they really do not like people who do not appreciate time. Throw waste of time, especially if you promise not to keep. Day of the week, if they prefer to stay at home to work on something that should be compared to the cruise out of out of the house for things that too important. Indonesia, while none less appreciate the time that there is sometimes not appropriate appointment time, they also sometimes wasted time and no discipline in time. Therefore, they are often late. Indonesian parents are very protective over their children and will stay with them until they get married. But some of the Indonesian teenagers are have a bad habit, especially in a big city, because they want their children will be success in the future. In America, if children are 18 years old, they will be kicked out from their house. Their parents aren't give attention to them. They prefer do their own work. They prefer do their own work than take care of their children. Because at West City, the children are educated since they little child to make self-supporting. And the last differences between Indonesian and American is Indonesian people prefer use their own car, although the distance is close from their house, because the public transportation in Indonesia is the low quality and the facilities. Sometimes there is criminality in the public transportation. On the other hand, they are more emphasizing their social status. In America, they prefer to drive the car and they do not like to use a driver because it becomes cultured.